Welcome to our deep dive. We're going to be taking a close look at a week in the life of someone who is really into personal growth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's from a blog post actually called This Week in Review over at kianmeng.org.
Oh, okay.
The author documents their journey in all kinds of different areas: health, hobbies, coding, you name it.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to see how they managed to tie it all together, and hopefully we can take away some insights and apply those to our own lives.
I like it.
So to start things off, let's talk about sleep, something I think we can all relate to.
For sure.
The author set a goal of 7 hours of sleep every day, and they averaged 7.43 hours.
Not bad.
Not bad, right? But they mentioned having some trouble keeping a consistent sleep schedule, especially on weekends.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
I know, I'm definitely guilty of that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like those weekend lions just throw off the entire week.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's so tempting to think, oh, well, I got my hours in overall. But as the author points out, that inconsistency can really mess with your sleep quality. Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Like our bodies really thrive on routine. Our circadian rhythm, which is what regulates our sleep-wake cycles, gets all thrown off when we have those irregular sleep patterns.
So is it kind of like experiencing jet lag without even traveling?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And that disruption can affect all sorts of things, from your hormone production to even your body temperature.
Wow.
It can leave you feeling sluggish and just not your best.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I'm already rethinking my weekend sleep habits.
good.
All right, moving on. The author also had a goal of 5,500 walking steps each day, and they actually averaged a little over that, hitting 5,567.
Nice.
But again, consistency was a bit of an issue.
Yeah, it's tough.
I know, I find it hard to squeeze in all those steps, especially on busy days.
Yeah.
Do you have any quick tips for us?
Well, even just making small changes throughout your day can make a big difference.
Okay.
Think about taking the stairs instead of the elevator,
Right.
maybe parking a little farther away from where you're going, or even just walking around your house while you're on the phone.
I like that.
Those little bursts of activity, they really add up.
Sure.
And the author even mentioned that taking a walk after meals helped with digestion.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just a simple way to kind of combine movement with something you're already doing.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
It makes it way easier to stick with it when it's part of your routine.
Exactly.
Speaking of routines, let's talk about intermittent fasting.
All right.
The author's been following the 168 method, but mentions struggling with late-night hunger pangs,
Yeah.
especially after having an early dinner and then doing something physically demanding.
Makes sense.
Is there a connection between your activity level and those hunger pangs?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
When you're more active, your body's naturally burning more calories.
Right.
So if you're sticking to an early eating window and then you're doing something physical, like the house painting that the author talked about,
Yeah.
you might have to adjust your eating window, or even just when you're having your meals.
Oh, that's a good point.
It really comes down to listening to your body and understanding what it needs.
So finding that balance is key.
Yeah.
It is reassuring, though, that the author's weight stayed pretty much the same despite those fasting inconsistencies. Shows you don't have to be perfect all the time to make progress.
Exactly.
Now let's try to decode this 211/221 diet.
Okay.
I've heard about it, but I've never really understood it.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for us? What exactly are macros, and why do those ratios matter so much?
Sure. So macros, which is short for macronutrients, are basically those nutrients that our bodies need in larger amounts.
Yeah.
Things like protein, carbohydrates, and fats.
Got it.
They're like the building blocks for energy and all sorts of bodily function.
Interesting.
And the 211 or the 221 diet, it refers to the ratio of plants to protein to carbs that you have in your meals.
So if we adjust those ratios, it can help us fuel our bodies more effectively.
Yeah.
Exactly. A good starting point is a ratio of 2 to 1 to 1, or even 2 to 2 to 1.
Okay.
But you might need to adjust that a little based on how active you are or whether you're fasting.
Oh, right.
Like if you're super active, you might need more protein to help repair those muscles.
Right.
And if you're not as active, well, then you might want to tweak that carb and fat ratio for weight management.
Got it.
It's all about personalization,
Yeah, totally makes sense.
Good.
Now, what about exercise? The author didn't actually hit the gym this week,
Correct.
but they mentioned that house painting was their main physical activity.
Oh, wow.
And they even noticed they got a bit stronger from it.
Cool.
So can everyday activities really count as
Right,
exercise?
for sure. We tend to think of exercise as those structured workouts you do at the gym,
Right.
but anything that gets your heart rate up and your muscles working can be really beneficial.
Okay.
So that could be gardening, cleaning, even a brisk walk.
Oh, wow.
It all contributes to your overall fitness.
That's great news for those of us who aren't exactly gym enthusiasts. Yeah, exactly.
It's more about just being mindful of how much you're moving throughout the day.
Exactly. Instead of seeing it as a chore you have to do separately, just try to think about how you can sneak in more movement into what you're already doing.
Yeah, I like that.
Can you walk or bike to work? Can you take the stairs instead of the elevator?
Right.
Those small changes can really make a difference
Totally.
in your overall health and well-being.
I'm already brainstorming some ways to sneak in more movement.
Yes.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the mind-body connection.
Right.
The author's been experimenting with different meditation techniques this week, the 10 breaths, meditation, walking meditation, and mental noting.
Wow, that's a lot.
And they were really honest about not always feeling successful with it.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of each of those types of meditation?
Yeah.
And how important is it to actually be good at it?
Well, meditation's just like any other skill. It takes practice, and the author's honesty is refreshing.
Yeah.
It just shows that it's a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
Some days you're going to feel focused and present, and other days it'll feel like your mind's a whirlwind.
Yeah.
The key is to just keep coming back to the practice without judgment.
So it's more about being consistent than striving for perfection.
Exactly. Now, each of those techniques offers unique benefits.
Okay.
The 10 breaths meditation is a great way to just bring your attention to the present moment and reduce stress.
Okay.
Walking meditation combines mindfulness with physical activity.
Oh, cool.
It helps you cultivate that sense of presence in your everyday life.
I like that.
And mental noting involves observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment,
Oh, interesting.
which can help you detach from them and see things more clearly.
So it's like becoming a curious observer of your own mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Fascinating.
It is. And remember, the goal of meditation isn't to completely empty your mind.
Yeah.
It's more about cultivating awareness, acceptance, and just finding that sense of equanimity.
So those racing thoughts, they're just part of the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm definitely going to explore those different techniques.
Good.
This deep dive into the author's health and wellness practices has already given me so much to think about, but there's still a lot more to unpack.
Right.
From cooking and decluttering to coding.
Yeah.
The author's week was full of all sorts of different things.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
It's a great example of how personal growth isn't just limited to one area of your life. It's about nurturing your entire self.
Yeah, I love that.
That brings us to the next part of our deep dive, where we're going to explore how the author blends those health goals with their hobbies and skills.
Oh, cool.
It's a truly well-rounded approach to personal growth.
I'm excited.
Get ready for some serious inspiration.
I'm ready. Yeah, it really is amazing how they manage to blend those health goals with all these other things they're doing.
Yeah, it's like they're weaving together a whole tapestry of self-improvement,
I like that.
with each thread representing a different part of their life.
A beautiful tapestry.
And speaking of weaving, let's jump into cooking. This week, the author was focused on prepping veggies quickly for soups and mastering some basic egg recipes.
I love that they're going back to the basics.
Yeah.
It's so important to have a good foundation for any skill, whether it's cooking, coding, even meditation.
Right. It's like that saying, you have to learn to walk before you can run.
Exactly.
Up next is decluttering, something I always struggle with.
Oh, yeah.
The author's one item on the way to the kitchen rule is so smart.
It's brilliant.
Do you have any tips for those of us who feel totally overwhelmed by clutter?
Well, that one item rule is great because it breaks down a huge task into these tiny little steps.
Right.
You're not trying to declutter your whole house in one go.
Right.
You're just adding a small habit to your routine.
That's a good point.
Another tip is to focus on just one area at a time,
Okay.
like a drawer, a shelf, even just a corner.
Yeah.
And remember, decluttering isn't just about getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
It's about making your space feel calm and inviting, a place that supports your well-being.
It's like you're decluttering your mind by decluttering your physical space.
Exactly.
Now let's move on to reading. The author dove into a book all about managing blood pressure, blood sugar, and blood lipids.
Oh, wow.
Might seem a little unrelated at first glance, but I think it says a lot about their approach to personal growth.
Yeah, I agree. It shows they're really committed to understanding the why behind healthy habits,
Right.
not just following them blindly.
Right.
Knowledge is power when it comes to making those informed decisions about our health.
So it's like the author is taking a holistic approach to health. They're focused on both the actions and the
I
knowledge.
like it.
Next up is coding. The author contributed to some open source projects this week,
Well, cool.
fixing documentation, updating continuous integration, even tackling some tricky test case failures with a little help from AI.
Nice.
So for someone who's not a tech expert, what's the value in contributing to open source, even in small ways?
Well, open source software is a huge part of our digital world. And contributing to these projects, even with small fixes,
Yeah.
it helps to improve the software that we all use.
Right.
It's a way to give back to the community and have a real impact.
It's like being a responsible citizen of the digital world.
Exactly. And for anyone new to coding, contributing to open source is a great way to learn.
Oh, yeah.
You get practical experience working on real projects alongside experienced developers.
It's like a free coding boot camp.
It really is.
Now let's talk. Writing the author set a pretty ambitious goal of 2 posts per day,
Wow.
and they experimented with some AI models for writing assistants.
Interesting.
It makes me wonder, how can we use these AI tools ethically and effectively?
That's a question we all need to be thinking about as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
For sure.
These AI writing tools can be really helpful for things like generating ideas, improving grammar, even creating different writing styles.
Right.
But it's important to remember that they're just tools.
Yeah.
They're not replacements for human creativity and critical thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
We have to be mindful of potential biases in these models
Right.
and make sure the final product reflects our own voice and values.
So it's about using AI as a partner, not letting it take over.
Exactly.
The author briefly mentioned a few other hobbies: fish keeping, gardening, and photography.
Okay.
They were mostly on hold this week, just routine maintenance and planning for future projects.
Got it.
Even though those things weren't front and center this week, it's clear they play an important role in the author's life.
Right.
It's like they're tending a garden.
I like that.
Sometimes you're planting seeds, sometimes you're pruning, but you're always nurturing growth.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
It highlights how important it is to have those activities that bring us joy and rejuvenation, even when life gets busy.
Totally. Well, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I think it's time to turn the focus back to our listener.
This Week in Review gave us a glimpse into a life dedicated to personal growth in all its forms.
It wasn't about perfection. It was about consistently trying, learning, and adapting.
And we saw how the author managed to blend health, hobbies, and skills into this amazing tapestry of self-improvement.
It's a reminder that personal growth is a journey, not a destination.
Absolutely.
There will be detours, roadblocks, unexpected turns, but the key is to just embrace the process and keep moving forward.
So as you think about the author's week, what stands out to you the most?
And what's one small step you can take this week, inspired by what you've learned?
We'd love to hear your thoughts and keep the conversation going.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see how they take that whole person approach to their personal growth.
Right. It's not just about checking things off a to-do list.
It's about building a life that feels balanced and fulfilling.
Exactly. And it reminds us that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to this whole personal growth thing.
We all have different goals and passions and challenges.
What works for one person might not work for another.
The key is to find what speaks to you.
And create a plan that aligns with your values and your dreams.
This Week in Review gave us a peek into one person's unique path.
And hopefully it sparked some ideas for you listening.
Maybe it's inspired you to make sleep a priority or get moving more.
Maybe you want to try a new hobby.
Or maybe it just reminded you that it's all about the journey.
With all its ups and downs.
Personal growth isn't about being perfect.
It's about constantly learning and growing and striving to be your best self.
And remember, you don't have to go it alone.
We're here to support you every step of the way.
We'd love to hear your thoughts, your questions, even your own Week in Review moments.
Connect with us on social media and tell us what you learned from this deep dive.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.